But my topic for today is faith. What do you think the world needs today? Maybe they need more food. Okay. Maybe they need more, I don't know, money. They need true happiness. Okay, sure. Maybe they need more language skills for some of those who are learning Chinese. Oh, come on, Nika, yeah. But what in this world is in dire need of is faith.
Come on, bro.
And faith is everywhere, but sometimes just not in the right thing.
Ooh, let's go.
People have faith. Atheists have faith. Christians have faith. Muslims have faith. Agnostic people have faith. Every man, woman, and child has faith.
Yeah.
To be honest, even a dog has faith. Anything that any animal or anything that can expect something has faith. Hebrews 11 verse 1. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Yeah. Faith is complete trust or confidence in someone or something. Biblical faith talks about the same thing, but now in something you don't see. So if you have a degree, you have faith. If you have money, you have faith. If you have friends, you have faith. Because you trust in something.
Yeah, true.
If you have money, you don't trust the paper. You trust in the monetary system behind it.
True.
If you have a degree, why do you think that piece of paper can land you a job? Because everybody else has faith in whichever university you're in. The fact that you have friends shows you have faith in their character.
Right. Yeah.
That's why you still hang around with them.
True.
It's just that people put faith in the wrong thing.
Yeah. Come on.
They put faith in a job that job will never fail you, that they will pay you at the right time, with the right amount, that they will expect that their job will be perfect, never give you overtime, will have a boss that's always agreeable to you.
Oh.
They put faith in that.
Yeah.
And so when that fails, well, that faith's gone. Yeah. They put faith in a family. They put faith that if you get children, oh, you've done it. You've succeeded in Asian life. So guess what? People put faith in having kids, they forget about the marriage. Yeah. And so the marriage fails and they still have kids. Now they don't know what to do. Or many of us, we put faith in marriage. When we pay for that engagement ring, oh, solid done deal. People put faith in getting the ring and getting married, but they don't have faith in staying married.
Oh.
So they put faith in the wrong thing. Christians put faith in faith.
Oh, wow.
That the fact that they believe something is good enough. And so Jesus himself came down to earth, and he himself was surprised at the faith of people. Jesus came to earth expecting that he would find people that would have enough faith to leave their comfort zones, to live for something greater, to do something with their faith.
Yeah.
And he came down, and there were 2 instances in the Bible where he was surprised.
Wow. Okay.
And we will look at that.
Come on.
But you may expect, right? Like, Jesus is God, so he should expect everything, right? It's like, you live here in Hong Kong long enough, and everything is expected already. Like, oh, the waiter in the Tatsan is rude to me. Oh, yeah, I know that. People are rude to me, I know that. The MTR is late, I know that. But because we've lived here for longer. Imagine God coming down to earth. I know everything, I made everything.
Yeah.
And yet he was still surprised.
Wow. Okay.
I went to Shenzhen yesterday, and just for funs, and just for the lols, I went with some friends and just to have food. And I'm Chinese
Okay. Oh.
to a certain extent. And I've been to China more than some people in this room. And so I could speak Chinese, I could read Chinese, I could do all these things. And then I was on the taxi and I was like, what the heck is this Shenzhen? There's an Eiffel Tower there. There was like a big mosque. I was like, what is going on? This doesn't feel like Shenzhen. And I was passing the Intercontinental. There's a massive boat next to the pool. I'm like, this doesn't feel like China. And so that was what Jesus felt. He was like, whoa, I can't believe at the lack of faith and the abundance of faith on earth.
Wow.
And we're going to look at that. So the title of my lesson today is, oh shoot, I completely forgot my title. Is your faith absent or amazing? And point number one, absent faith. You know, will Jesus be surprised at the faith you have right now? Mark 4, verse 35 to 41. That day when the evening came, he said to his disciples, let us go over to the other side. Leaving the crowd behind, they took him along, just as he was in the boat. There were also other boats with him. A furious squall came up, and the waves broke over the boat, so that it was nearly swamped. Jesus was in the stern, sleeping in a cushion. What a life. The disciples woke him up and said to him, Teacher, don't you care if we drown? He got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, Quiet, be still. Okay. Then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. He said to his disciples, Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith? Wow. They were terrified and asked each other, Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him. So, you know, we see Jesus' disciples recently follow him on the boat. And Jesus comments to the disciples, Do you still have no faith? Which goes to show the disciples who followed Jesus, maybe initially for like a couple weeks or something like that, even though these disciples followed Jesus, they still did not have faith. Yeah. Wow. You could follow Jesus and still have no faith.
Come on.
You can do the right things but still lack faith. I read this much Bible. I finished the Old Testament and the New Testament and still lack faith.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, you know, I go to church every week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week. I live at the church. I was born in a church, but still lack faith. You know, I'm not sure if you can relate with this. I grew up in the Philippines, and so it's very religious. And so every single week, we would pride ourselves to go to, at that time, Sunday school. I was very young. We went to Sunday school. And there was the super youths where they sing and dance and do all these things. And then they have the young adult section where they have the Bible stories and they give you prizes. And then there's the adult section where it's a full-on preach. Okay. And I was stuck in the young adult section by choice. I was like, oh yeah, I don't want to go to the adult section because it's boring. You know, I want to stay in the place where I know the David stories, I know the stories, I know Goliath, I know Jonah, and I get candy for getting the answers right. And then after this big thing, after the stories, then the kids would just play. And me being there, I was like, okay, I'm here to play on Sunday while everyone's like in this boring little lecture. And me being a kid, there were Legos there, and so I built Legos, made guns, and then just chased people around. That was a typical Sunday church for me. I prided myself to be one of the few people that actually read my Bible. We had this little book called Daily Bread, which is, I think, 1 chapter every single week and a small little devotional. I was like, oh yeah, I read the Bible more than most people. Let's go. And so I took pride in that. After we played, then we went down to the canteen, and then we'd get free food. And then me and my family would go have more food. So, but that's a typical Sunday for me. Wow. And yet, if Jesus came today and go, oh, that's a faithful Christian right there. No. Faith is found in the motivation that you have. Yeah. My faith was clearly not on God. Right. It was on the candies, it was on the free food, it was on the fun. And I did this every single day up until 17, and I came over here. Wow. Now, would I say the same thing for you? Maybe you're not as childish as me. There's no back area where there's toys, sorry. There's no free food here, I'm sorry. But would you find the same thing? Yeah. Is your faith on God, or in the food? Come on the friends? On the girlfriend? On the boyfriend? On the job? On the money? And all these other things? If you say you want to have faith, you need to put yourself in a situation that builds your faith. And does not build your logic.
Come on.
It's like a muscle to be trained. I haven't been to gym in many years, so don't quote me on that. But you exercise the faith that you have or don't have. Because many times we put ourselves in a position where like, hey, I'm going to study well and I'm going to rely on God. Okay. But then you don't pray, you don't do anything, you just study morning till night. Right. So it's all you. But you need to really put yourself in a place of a leap of faith, where you know that you can't do much. Okay. Of course, do your work too. That's important. Come on. But you need to put yourself in a place where God needs to do most of it. When I first became a Christian, I was first coming around. The disciples gave me challenges that were way too much to handle at that time. If you guys don't know, I'm not really a sociable person. And so they challenged me, bro, go talk to that random guy over there. And me being, a Filipino, super antisocial, I didn't even like to talk to the McDonald's attendant. And now they challenge me to go to PolyU and go, oh, use your Chinese, bro. You said you could use Chinese. Go. Speak to that guy over there and invite them to Bible discussion. I'm like, what? Like, I took IB. I took SATs. Talking to a random stranger is more difficult than all those exams. I was nervous. I'm like, I can't do this. But then they brought me along. And because of that helped me train. Like, I had no social skills at all. But then Chi, one of my best friends, was like, hey, bro. Hey, random person. Hey, come here. This guy has something to say. And I was put in a position like, Bible. But in that moment, I was put as like, hey, now God is the one doing that. Yeah. To then grow my skills to now, talk to you guys comfortably. Public speaking. If you guys didn't know, my very first song as a song leader is Amazing Grace. Oh, wow. And if you didn't know, I would go like this. Amazing Grace. Very long way. Very, very long way. It took me being super duper awkward. Like, so imagine like Nixon right here in the front. Yes. Oh. I would sit where he's sitting while the person is preaching. I would get these song sheets, fold them into squares, tear it while whoever's preaching is preaching, tear it and make origami cranes. I still remember. I would wear weird clothes. I would wear clothes that I probably didn't wash for a week. Giving it out there. And then they challenged me. They're like, bro. So one of my friends took the paper origami away from me. He's like, bro, you gotta change. But I was put in a position that was very uncomfortable. And I was able to change, not because I was skilled. Clearly I wasn't skilled. But because I knew God was in control. Even my friends are like, hey, now you got baptized. I challenge you to come with us to the conference in America. And this was the GLC in 2017. And me being, bro, I just got baptized. I'm a student. I have no money. And he goes, have faith. And so we went. We found money. And I think one of the biggest things that changed my life was we were walking around, going to Disneyland. And all of a sudden, one of the disciples, who was a more elderly woman, like 60, 70 years old, he comes up to me and says, hey, you're a disciple. That's awesome. How you going? I'm from the Hong Kong church. And then, she hugs me and is like, bro, I don't really know who you are, but I remember selling brownies on the hot pavement of Los Angeles. Wow. To see you come here during the conference, to know that the money I gave to the church has done so much. Wow. And that really built my faith because I recently met this person. Yet she was now part of why I'm a Christian. And all of these different scenarios, I was unsure of. I was like, I don't know. This is the first trip for me to go to America. I was so scared. Talking to people, I was so scared. All of these things are uncertain. But faith really is going, God will fill in the gaps, not you. I could have easily said no. I was like, oh, I'll just stay at home, play my Nintendo Switch, and be fine. But God wouldn't change my life if that's the case.
Yeah.
You know, the disciples at this boat, going through the squall, put themselves in a position to follow Jesus, to see what Jesus had to do about it. But first, these disciples had to make the first step. That means leave their jobs. That means leave the boat. That means leave their hometown. That means leave their wives and or previous relationships / family. Faith is giving your whole heart.
Yeah, come on.
And these disciples did that.
Right.
Sure, they didn't have the faith initially, but it built up. But that's because they gave their full heart initially.
Yeah, right.
And I want to dispel a common, I wouldn't say a common tradition, but there is a term that we say in the church. We go, guard your heart. And guard your heart means, hey, protect yourself so if something fails, you are not affected. If your job is not going to go through, guard your heart. But then what that has turned into is guard your heart. Don't give all of it so that if it fails, you are not that affected. So therefore, if I go to the job interview and don't give my full heart and I fail, oh, I'm okay with it. Let's move on. That shouldn't be the way it is.
Preach, come on.
You know, if Denzel was half-hearted on Wednesday, he would go half suit, half pajamas. He would go half gel on the left, half gel on the right. That wouldn't work. But why do we do that? Because you're so afraid of being rejected. You guard your heart so the sister or the brother that you like, if they rejected you, oh, it's okay. So you fail to give your whole heart. In your job interview, I'll guard your heart, bro. I will give only my resume. I don't have to dress up. Well, yeah, that's why you're not getting that job. Because you're already okay failing. Faith is simply giving it your all. If you fail, you fail. What's so wrong with that? But at least you gave your heart. If you didn't, that's on you. You know, these men had to take a leap of faith. Are you taking that first step? James 2, verse 18 to 20. But someone will say, you have faith, I have deeds. Show me your faith without deeds, and I will show you my faith by my deeds. You believe that there is one God? Good. Even the demons believe that and shudder. You foolish person. Do you want evidence that faith without deeds is useless? You know, God is not intending to just listen to talk. God is not interested about your talk. God is interested about what you want to do about it.
Not true. Yeah, true.
You know, absent faith is just belief. People can believe whatever they want. You know, people can have any opinion. But working faith means something is happening.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that non-Christians can't do it. Sometimes non-Christians and non-believers have more faith than so-called Christians.
True.
Faith is always about what's next? What should I do? That's action. There's desire. And many non-Christians display greater faith than most mature Christians. Let me give you a couple examples. Really love Wesley. You know, this guy came to church 4 weeks ago. 60% didn't really believe in God. Was convicted and goes, bro, I need to change. Finishes all 3 gospels. Now goes, hey, I now need to change.
Wow.
That is repentance. Versus a Christian who has read his Bible 15 minutes every single day. Which shows greater faith? Which one will God be pleased? The non-Christian who has done greater faith, or a Christian who has done his daily routine? Really appreciate Finn. That was a great contribution. We are not yet a charity, just putting that out there. By the end of the year, we will become a charity. He becomes a Christian. We leave him around. He's like, hey, bro, have fun, become a disciple. And I go to London. He comes back. He goes, oh, yeah, I came from my hometown, bro. I preached to my parents about the gospel. They didn't listen, but amen. I want to convert my roommate to Christianity. On Thursday, I randomly went into a Christian event and invited 2 of my friends, which are both Filipino, both to Bible talk. And this guy is stressed with, his internships or his second-year courses. That is faith.
Come on.
And he's 2 months old as a Christian. Roughly. 3.
Yeah, a little long.
That's crazy. And I'm 7 years and I'm convicted by that.
Wow, come on.
You know, for many of us coming from believing backgrounds, the question is your faith increasing? Or has your faith stagnated? If your faith is stagnated, it might not even exist. Mark 6, verse 1 to 6. Jesus left there and went to his hometown. Accompanied by his disciples, when the Sabbath came, he began to teach in the synagogues. And many who heard him were amazed. Where did this man get these things? They asked. What's this wisdom that has been given him? What are these remarkable miracles he is performing? Isn't this the carpenter? Isn't this Mary's son and the brother of James, Joseph, Judas, and Simon? Aren't his sisters here with us? And they took offense at him. Jesus said to him, a prophet is not without honor except in his hometown, among his relatives and in his own home. He could not do any miracles there, except lay his hands on a few sick people and heal them. He was amazed at their lack of faith. Wow. Then Jesus went around teaching from village to village. You know, it was surprising that Jesus was rejected by the very religious people he was sent to.
Yeah.
Not only that, but these were the religious people, those that went to church every single week, those that had a close relationship to Jesus. Probably uncles, aunts, I don't know, tatanteng owners or something like that. Like, they lived in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yet, they rejected him. Not only by that, but were offended by Jesus.
Wow.
And an amazing lack of faith, if that is what you have, is described by the following.
Come on.
They are discouraged with change. Just like the people in Jesus' time. Whoa, this Jesus the prophet. I don't want to change. You leave. You know, these people look to practicals than spiritual. Oh, you know, the things he introduces, bro, he's just a carpenter. Like, what does he have to do about God?
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to that guy. You know, they look to the people on how to respond. Let's be honest, the people that were listening to Jesus, probably they were thinking, how will my friend respond? How will my parents respond? Not how should I respond to God?
Yeah.
They look to the past. You know, like, if these prophets in the past failed at their job, this Jesus guy would most probably fail. I'm not listening to him.
Okay.
They probably look to their own expectations. I expect this guy from God to be handsome, tall, in a brown suit, curly hair, handsome, This Jesus character, no. Carpenter, rags, straight black hair, no thank you. You get the point.
Come on. Come on.
These Galileans, perhaps they were looking at what is, but not what could be.
Yeah.
They looked at him as simply as that, our carpenter, a lowly, service worker.
Yeah.
For some, we go, oh, yeah, service worker, okay, sure. A cab driver, just that kind of guy. These people are so focused on, I can't. I don't think it will happen. It's gonna fail. These words are faithless. Do they look like you? Are you more focused on practicals?
Come on.
It's about the logistics, it's about the scheduling, it's about this. I tried this before. I tried that before. It won't work. I know the situation better, and I don't think I want to change.
Come on.
People who are faithless, they look to people. Oh, it's about this leader. Oh yeah, he did A, B, and C. Okay, I'm following that guy.
Come on.
This leader though, single, has problems with the brothers. Nah, maybe not him.
Wow.
If it's sent by God, it's sent by God.
Yeah.
Why are you the one choosing?
Come on.
They look to the past. Oh, it's about this guy's sin, my sin, this church's sin, that person's sin. Now, let's be honest. The Hong Kong church has gone through a lot in the last 7 years. But why does one man's sin, your sin, need to affect what's going to happen later on?
Come on.
Is not God going to be the one defining what's going to happen later on? So why is your sin, why does that matter? If you're repentant, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Unless it is. People look to expectation. If this guy fulfilled my expectation 3 months ago, I will listen to him.
Right, come on.
But now, not really. Faithless men are more realistic than they are faithful. Yeah, I know the Chinese man. Yeah, no, that won't work. Yeah, I know the Indian man. Yeah, that won't work. But faithless is not about realism. It's not about scheduling. It's not about who. It's not about what. It's about God.
Come on.
If God is behind it, will He not work?
Preach.
The reasons why people can be faithless is these 3 things. Maybe there's more. Pain. You don't want failure to happen again.
Right.
So you give up trying. Why bother making something happen again? Why bother going through the same pain if it's all going to result in the same thing anyways? But faith is despite pain. I remember last year, we talked to the brothers. Me and Denzel, we were sitting in a McDonald's after Friday. Bro, I see great things in your future, bro. You'll be dating. You'll be having this much savings. You'll have a great job. You will graduate. You and your family are going to do great things. And he's going to go, bro, I'm just a McDonald's coffee worker. I'm 3rd year. I'm stressed. I have health issues. I'm like, okay, bro. And then January came and his finance is gone. His relationship with his family, amen, there's problems with that. Amen, school is school, HKU people know. But if he truly believed and understood what would happen by September and December, will he go through these first 3 months going through the same emotions he did? Probably different. But that is the pain. You need to have faith despite it happening. Because God's going to work through the finances, as you know, despite his haircut, despite his... Love you, bro. But that is faith, despite the pain. Are you giving up on the faith that you have just because there is a setback? Just because a brother doesn't like you? Just because a sister doesn't like you? Just because your job doesn't like you? Just because you don't have money? God is so much more. More than the pain you're going through. Maybe you're just prideful. I don't want to listen to this Jesus character. He's just like any other guy God has sent. A washed up, lowly, brown-robed nobody.
Come on.
I know better. I have been in this Hong Kong church the longest. I'm a Hong Kong person. I know what people need. Well, you're not God.
Right, come on.
So why are you listening to your own opinions? And the last thing, are you complacent? Are you good enough? Is wanting better too good? Either you will see the pain of change affect you or your people, or you will go through going the same thing again and again.
Come on.
And let me tell you, if you're complacent today, complacent is desiring nothing, being happy with where they are.
Right, come on.
God will humble you,
Yes.
as He has humbled me.
Me too.
There's a sister who was very complacent. I'm not going to say where. He was very complacent. He came from a different place, went to support one of the churches. And her and her mentor was giving each other hard times because the sister was very discouraging. Oh, I'm useless. God doesn't want me. I don't want to do anything for the church. I just want to earn money. Just leave me alone. And for the longest time, I think for close to a year, that is still the same problem. And so the mentor was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And so, amen, love. And all of a sudden, the sister then gets a job in tutoring. And so she worked really hard. For most of the people who are doing tutoring, you know how hard it is. So you work on a really hard class. You make a class, you make a curriculum, you make the presentation, you make the song, you meet the people. You know what's going on. So you come in that day, I'm going to teach these students. Heck yeah. Everyone listens except this one girl. And this one girl says the same thing. I don't want to live anymore. This is worthless. Why do you do this? This is pointless. I just want to stay in my little nook. Leave me alone. And this sister goes, whoa. That's me. In that moment, everything clicked. He goes, God, why? Thank you, God, for helping me go through it. Thank you, mentor, for getting time with me. And this is a very tame story. if you're complacent, the things that you are comfortable with will be taken away.
Yeah.
You have a great job and you don't want to change? Great. What if that job's gone? Will you struggle?
Right. Come on.
Same thing with your money. Same thing with your savings. I don't know how many times our savings has been gone because of scam or people or other things. Will you wait for that to happen to humble out? And point number 2, just closing up. Point number 2, amazing faith. Luke 7 verse 1 to 10. When Jesus had finished saying all this to the people who were listening, he entered Capernaum. There, a centurion servant whom his master valued highly was sick and about to die. The centurion heard of Jesus and sent some elders of the Jews to him, asking him to come and heal his servant. When they came to Jesus, they pleaded earnestly with him. This man deserves to have you do this, because he loves our nation and has built our synagogue. So Jesus went with him. He was not far from the house when the centurion sent friends to say to him, Lord, don't trouble yourself, for I do not deserve to have you come under my roof. That is why I do not even consider myself worthy to come to you. But say the word and my servant will be healed. For I myself am a man under authority, with soldiers under me. I tell this one, go, and he goes, and that one, come, and he comes. I say to my servant, do this, and he does it. When Jesus heard this, he was amazed at him. And turning to the crowd following him, he said, I tell you, I have not found such great faith even in Israel. Then the man who had been sent returned to the house and found the servant well. You know, the faith behind this, understanding faith is behind this guy's humility. If you guys didn't know, this centurion was Roman, did not understand God at all, completely from a layman background. Everybody wants his job. He was a general of 100 Roman soldiers. That means he has a house somewhere in Rome. He has enough money to feed his own. The fact that he has servants already goes a long way. The fact that he can tell people what to do in Rome is very rare. So he has a great job. And we see 2 different people say different things to Jesus. His servants go, hey, this man deserves your healing. But the servant himself goes, no, I don't deserve it. So which one are you? Are you the first? Oh God, I deserve your blessing.
Right.
I deserve you to bless me with a job. I deserve to be blessed. I deserve to be forgiven. I deserve to be a Christian. Is that you? Or are you the latter? Oop. You know, when you look at the centurion, he goes, hey, I am in charge of so many people. I can take care of so many others. I want to do something about it. Because he was in charge of the servant's life. And he did something about it. You know, for most of us, it's very difficult to change unless there's a certain motivation.
Right.
I bump into you during the fellowship and it's like, bro, a sister likes you. Oh, bro, a brother likes you. And your eyes light up and you go, whoa.
Dang.
Okay, what do I need to do? Okay, do I need to change my haircut? Do I have to do this? Do I have to change my coat? Do I have to change this? Like, okay, help me. But if you realize that you could do so much more for God,
Come on.
why don't you have the same light? At the same time, having faith comes with the conviction that Jesus was someone different. He's not just your friend, as much as he is. He's not just a miracle worker. He's someone that took up your life. You know, all of a sudden, in your life, are you now the main character? Now, is it all about what you want? About what you want to change? About what you expect in life? About how God can help you? When was the last time you asked, what does God want from me?
Right.
Do you still think Jesus is your Lord? Or are you expecting other people to sacrifice for you now? John 16, verse 33. You know, I've told you these things so that in me you may have peace in this world. You will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. You know, and let's be clear. What does it mean to have faith? Do you have faith? Jesus says here, I have overcome everything. I've overcome the world. I've overcome starvation. I've overcome financial trouble. I've overcome slavery. I've overcome bitterness. Why are you still where you are? Because I should have already cured all of these things. You should be dreaming of bigger things. And for us, where's the faith gone? You know, I asked you, what do you want to see in 2025 at the start of the year? Do you still remember? Do you still have faith that God can do that?
Come on.
You know, I long for this year to be a year where Martin could recover completely. And that's not from my work. You know, when you realize that, hey, God can give you a job that you'd want to please the kingdom. You know, for Jess's dad to recover. You know, for Jamar to make full recovery. For people to graduate. For people to get dating and get married. All of these things. What has happened to your faith? Jesus has died on the cross and you can only think of when's the next payday. We need to have faith. And so I lay the charges and I lay what 2025 is. I lay the plans for 2025 for the church. Because I know that God can do so much more. Not because of me. You know, I hope to see the church be at 40 by the end of the year. You know, I hope to see the church be self-sufficient. And we're very close. That's $2,000 per week. That is how close we are to be self-supporting. And now we can start thinking of planting different churches with our own budget. You know, I see another household to be planted. I mean, at the start of the year, we just have one household, and that household has cockroaches and rats. Now we have 2 households, both with lifts. I'm excited to see how God would do so much more with the real estate in Hong Kong. That's really hard to imagine. You know, I long to see 6 Bible talks by the end of the year. You know, we have 5 right now, but I see so many new leaders that can do so much more. You know, the conclusion is your faith absent or amazing? Point number 1, absent faith. And point number 2, amazing faith. You know, do you still have faith? If Jesus came down here, would he go, wow, lack of faith? Or wow, amazing faith? Will you surprise Jesus? Or will you go with the rest? And with that, I challenge everybody. What is stopping you from dreaming? What is stopping you from going for more as a disciple? Understand what it is, give it to God, and go achieve your dreams. To God be glory. Amen.